Hey guys, sorry for the wind. It's one of those typical days here in central Illinois. If the weather changes, the wind is bound to blow. I went to a auction sale yesterday, that'd be May 2nd, and picked up some machinist tools. And as I was unboxing them, I just thought I'd show you a couple of them here. This is a Greenfield number 7 tap wrench. Appears to be in pretty good condition here. There's a little surface rust on here that I can take care of. I'll go through these pretty quick, or at least I'll try to. And then a Greenfield number 6. These were all come from different lots here, but so I got those. And I'm going to just kind of show these as I'm bringing in the boxes and putting them away. But one nice item that they had in one of the boxes was the small lapping plate. And this thing is about 6 inches by 5 inches. I think there was a few guys that were bidding on the box that was in just for this piece. In one box there were just a whole bunch of parallels that were in the box. I don't know how many of them are matching. Haven't looked that close yet. I assume that one's over there. Kind of unusual, a square one. That one goes there. That one will go with that one. I want to go square with that one, and a little bit bigger set, and then that one goes over here. So looks like each one of them has its pair. Is this die holder, and this is also appears, at least the die itself is Greenfield. I don't see an actual mark on the die holder itself, but given a lot of the other stuff that the guy had was Greenfield, it wouldn't surprise me. And it actually had both of the handles with it. A bunch of other dies. I guess there was another parallel that was just in the box. Appears to be odd. Some more Greenfield taps. Don't know exactly what condition they are. At least some of them here don't appear to be too bad. And there's the tap holder or the die holder for the smaller size. And in that box, just some miscellaneous drills here. There's a few more dies and just a regular die holder. Looks probably to be a 1 inch. And then this looks like it was a diamond dressing fixture or something on here. I'm going to go get a different box. I guess that's a Looks to be an oval tracer or something. So, let me go get a different box. And here's the second box. A lot of in the second box here were different hammers of different types. It's kind of a odd shape. You don't actually have a claw, and it looks like it's been beat on a little bit here. It's kind of an interesting pattern that they have in the end of that one. And you have this one here. Looks like it has, I think somebody had said it was for like linoleum tacking, or be cutting, to be able to cut anything kind of that type of material and then tack. And these numbers here, somebody must have been trying to sell them separate or in different lots, and then resold them on the auction sale. But those aren't prices on there. A small regular claw hammer. A little tack hammer. Kind of an old, odd shaped one, just kind of a crude square head on there, and claw on the other end. It's kind of a wooden mallet, or a reminding more of like a judge's gavel. Kind of on that box there. Then there's a Greenfield number 5. It has a tap in it. Happens to be a 9/16 40, so that appears to be probably in like a national superfine. A small set of tin snips would be kind of nice to for smaller materials. Doesn't really have a manufacturer on it. I'm going to assume those are for, I don't know, keeping heat. That's, I'm going to assume to be a cast iron plate on there, and you can actually take it out if I remember. It's in the middle there. From the asbestos company. An old C-clamp made in the USA. I should have taken these stickers out before showing you them, but I'm just doing it. Looks like some Cincinnati company, a number 5. Kind of a odd-shaped handsaw without a company name on it. And then a surface gauge. You can see on there there's a Starrett number 71 WF or something like that. The last word indicator. And that's all for that box. Next box here, I didn't have too much in. It had some of these nice small hand drills. I think I actually got the box because one of the Greenfield wrenches was included in it. A couple braces and bits, depending on what size it is. Since I already have a couple of them, I might see if the Nature Center needs any more of them for their maple syrup tapping. And then a 1/8" the national course bit. And while I was grabbing that small box, I also picked up one of the cans from the truck. Kind of a tap wrench there, and another 7/8" inch 9, so of course 7/8". And I believe that would be a thread chaser, or at least kind of assuming, because that one's actually threaded, so I don't think, because I've seen some of them that are just kind of like flare type tools. Get some more smaller tap wrenches. And it looks like a bunch of dies and taps and everything that was in the bottom. So I'll have to sort through those, see what's usable. Some looks like some little brad nails in here. Go see what's next. My Atlas 12-inch lathe, and you can't see that all on there, but a couple of weeks back, the motor could be seen producing smoke, and then won't turn on anymore. So for $2, I figured I'd pick up a couple of the motors that were going pretty cheap, just to see if they actually still ran, and if so, I might be able to use one of those on there. Although I didn't have anything to measure the shaft with. The one that's currently on the 12-inch is actually a 1/2 inch shaft, so it's kind of odd for that one. And just something more in the, it was cool, and it it was included in the box. It just looks like a small little fly fishing reel. Don't know anything about it, and right now I don't see anything other than Made in the USA written on it, so don't know who the manufacturer or anything is, but appears to be old. And I picked that up just for the heck of it. It came in a different pail with some bits and everything, but looks to be an old lighter. It doesn't spark, but I don't know if you can take that apart, and if the small little strikers in there were, if they're still available, might be able to clean that up. Appears to be some kind of brass or similar type material. And the body of it is wood, so we'll see what that turns into. Otherwise, that box, just like I said, just had some drill bits in it. I won't bring all of those out. Looks like there's some burrs, and there may even be a couple milling bits in there in the bottom too. Although that one there appears to be pretty boogered. masonry bits. The cornucopia stuff there at the bottom. Big reduced shank. Looks like a 1 inch. Looks like a couple at least usable burrs in there yet. This will be the last batch that I show you here. The rest of this stuff is just kind of pails of other stuff that got sold as a big lot and included a couple of the pails that I wanted. But, kind of a old oiler. I don't know for sure what type that is. Whole bunch of files. Some got a rat tail there and some flat files that seem to be pretty good yet. And that's kind of why I got that one. There's a eagle oil there. I don't know if I'll try to clean it up. Might clean up quite a bit here just with a a degreaser on it. Sorry, I had you out of frame. Some wire brushes, more files. Kind of interesting to see some of the older tools. It's a number 77 from New York, but the manufacturer's name been kind of wore or pitted off a bit. No C-clamp. That wasn't good. There wasn't anything breakable on there. I'll pick that up later. But I thought I'd just share this funny one here. The sale was up in Ottawa, Illinois, and you may know that's just I think it's only about 20 miles or so, 15-20 miles north of where Mr. Pete lives. And so he was there at the sale, and a lot of box that just had a whole lot of miscellaneous containers filled with cutting oil. So since we've been talking on there, he asked me if I wanted one of them. So I'll set that next to the A-Bomb dart cutting oil, and we'll see which one works better. This appears to be a little bit lighter than the stuff Adam gave me. Overall, pretty happy with the auction sale. There was a couple boxes that I had stopped bidding on, but somehow the auctioneer thought I was still bidding. But the stuff inside was actually pretty good. So I was still okay with the final price that I paid on a couple of the flats. I think everything that I kind of showed you there. There was another motor that was just a 3rd horsepower motor that must be in the back of the truck with a few other things. Was a little over $100, which I think for the taps, the tap wrenches, and all of the drill bits and everything else, the files and everything was still a pretty good deal for an auction. There was a guy there that was from one of a local machinery resale business, so they weren't letting things go too cheaply on the machinist tool. Overall, it's one of those things where I'm not reselling them, so I don't have to make a profit on them. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll talk to you later.